Good afternoon. Welcome to the 2015 Clares Court Speech Day. It is truly an honor to be here today. Welcome and many thanks to the esteemed staff of Clares Court. I am thrilled to have met so many members of the Clares Court community today. Many thanks for your incredible efforts to guide and teach these amazing students. Welcome to the families and especially the proud parents of these fine young women and men. Many thanks to Mr. James Wilding and Mr. Hugh Wilding for their collegiality, friendship, vision, excellence, and leadership at Clares Court. And an especially hearty welcome and congratulations to the students of Clares Court being honored here today. I'm not sure if you noticed yet or not, my accent is from the north. It's unfortunately just not from the north of the UK, but from the northern part of the United States, the state of Pennsylvania. I do feel incredibly fortunate to be here today, and I extend my congratulations on behalf of all of my colleagues at Discovery. All of my colleagues at Discovery work in 220 different countries around the world, and all of them know that you are here today. All of them know that you are being recognized, and they send their very best. Our mission at Discovery is to engage, inspire, and foster the curiosity students have about the world around them. Today, you have truly inspired me with your tremendous accomplishments. Your accomplishments are incredibly impressive. We have award-winning actors among talented musicians, strong, powerful, fast athletes, artists, photographers, and tremendous intellectual and academic prowess throughout. The quote you see today, I think, is very fitting, as I know you have all used your imagination, creativity, innovative thinking, and perseverance to get here today. You have practiced, studied, performed, pushed yourselves, and your fine efforts have resulted in success for which you are being honored and celebrated. You did not allow that small voice that sometimes pops into our heads and says, I can't, I'm not able, I don't know, what if I'm not smart enough? You did not let that voice pop into your heads. You allowed your minds to soar and therefore have accomplished many successes. As a lifelong educator and a learner myself, I am so impressed that the key values of Clares Court are responsibility, respect, loyalty, and integrity. As humans, we have a responsibility to care for our planet, continuously improve the quality of the human race, and to seek peaceful solutions to our challenges. The respect you show each other every day manifests itself in your stellar performance, your kindness, and your willingness to value and appreciate the many differences in our world. Your loyalty to yourselves, your school, your family, and your friends have created a sense of faith and trust in your community. Having integrity means that you will always do what's right, honorable, and good. Your willingness to accept responsibility, respect, to act with respect every day, demonstrate loyalty, and to act with integrity are part of what we're celebrating today. These key values accompanied your hard work to empower you to achieve these special awards for which you're being honored. I had a few people today indicate to me that they read my biography, or they went on to LinkedIn and read about me, and they all said very, very kind, wonderful things. Oh, your career path is very impressive. You've got many accomplishments. And I was very, very grateful for those compliments. What isn't on my biography and what isn't on my LinkedIn page are all the ups and downs of the journey that got me to where I am today. I wish I could say there were more successes than failures, but I wouldn't be honest with you. I have an important question for all of you. Raise your hand, and this question is for everybody in our audience today. Raise your hand if at some point along your journey to this magnificent celebration today, you struggled, you stumbled, you felt a little weak, and maybe even failed or had some self-doubt at some time. Look around a moment. We have something in common. If you have your hand up today, I am incredibly proud of you. You already possess the critical knowledge that success and what we're celebrating today is really preceded by a very important journey. A journey of hard work, perseverance, sometimes failure, challenges, rainy days, moments of weakness and insecurity, and sometimes some self-doubt. Starting today, however, I hope to change your thinking about failure. Starting today and every day after today, I want you to remember that when you have that weak moment, when that little voice creeps into your mind and says, I'm not sure, what if I can't? Don't limit yourself. Don't give up. Don't give in. Embrace that failure and grab a hold of it like a glass ball in front of you. Take a moment to look at it. It's important to reflect upon it. Look at it, analyze it, think about it. What can you learn for it? And then I want you to take that glass ball and I want you to toss it over your shoulder and let it shatter into 1,000 pieces after you've reflected upon it. And then take a step forward gracefully and move on. Limitations really do only live in our minds. Don't limit yourself when the possibilities of success are just around the next turn. I want to share with you some powerful thoughts from some very successful people, all who understand that success isn't actually a straight line. But it really looks a bit more like this. A meandering journey filled with joy, hope, failure, practice, excitement, enthusiasm, doubt, maybe a dark day here and there, but ultimately an enduring belief in yourself and a vision for where you're going. Thomas Alva Edison said, I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. That's a positive spin on failure. I love this quote because he simply rejects failure for the process of elimination. He found 10,000 ways that the light bulb would not work before he found one that did. He sees failure as a logical part of finding the right solution. Failure is simply, therefore, a part of the scientific method. Edison just kept searching, knowing he would eventually find the right answer, and the light bulb would be born. Following Edison's lead, I decided to scientifically investigate failure. So do you know what I did? I Googled it. This might be slightly less scientific than Edison would have preferred. However, Google returned 38,900,000 responses to my quest for understanding the importance of failure as a part of our learning journey. My Google research seems to point to the fact that we fail a lot as humans. And I think the little research study we did here today, when I asked you to raise your hand, proved that Google's probably right. A lot of us have experienced some moments that might have felt a little bit like failure. Well, let me tell you a little bit about this research. I found and read articles about CEOs who celebrate their failures as learning opportunities. I found books that help us overcome failure, and not let failure stop us, but give us energy and power to plunge forward. Clearly, we have much to learn as a human race from our failures. So let's continue our learning journey. J.K. Rowling knows failure. How many of you actually know her story? Does anybody know her story? It's a fascinating one. I think we've read the results of her passion, but her story is tremendous. She lived in poverty as a single mother and began writing her first Harry Potter novel just as her own mother passed away. She spent 7 years living with family, suffering from depression, and on state benefits and jobless at times, but she kept writing. Writing was and still is her passion, and she has never wavered from her passion. From J.K. Rowling, we must learn to know and follow our passion and take risks, even though some of those risks will end in failure. One of the things I love about the Claire's Court community is that we embrace trying things. We embrace taking risks, and we support each other if it doesn't play out maybe exactly as we planned. But we learn and we value that opportunity to try and explore. So I have another question. Raise your hand, and this is for everybody, and this is going to be interesting to see what age people raise their hand. Raise your hand if you know what I mean when I say the words Air Jordan. Fascinating, absolutely fascinating. So everybody, shout it out, those of you who know, what are Air Jordans? Absolutely, I heard basketball shoes, I heard trainers, I heard sneakers. You're absolutely right. Yes, I am referring to a sneaker or a trainer, more appropriate for me to say here. I'm referring to a sneaker named after Michael Jordan, a very successful basketball player who, for some of us, will be startled to realize that he is 52 years old. And I am absolutely positive he still plays one amazing game of basketball. But did you know that Michael missed more than 9,000 shots, lost nearly 300 games, missed the winning shot 26 times, and as a result of his repeated failure, he is still considered one of the greatest basketball players of all time. From Michael Jordan, we learn that failure is about practice on our journey to success. And these statistics are just his statistics during his NBA career. Winston Churchill, an honorary citizen of the United States, for which I am very proud to say, teaches us to march through our failures with no loss of enthusiasm. I love it that that is his message to us. Nelson Mandela asked us to remember him not by his successes, but by the number of times he fell down and got back up. He values the importance of perseverance on his road to success. Richard Branson tells us to get out there, do, act, try. We learn to walk by trying it out and falling down and getting back up. His vision is one of innovation and the occasional idea that might seem really crazy. But what we learn from Richard Branson is that failure means to get out there, do something, try something. If it's not working, do something different, try something else, think big, and think differently. Finally, let us all, going forward from today, every time we have that little moment of failure on our journey to success, let's choose to fail forward. As we move on, we know that life is a miraculous journey of success, failures and very, very precious moments. Failure should be our teacher and not our undertaker. Failure is a delay, not a defeat. Failure is a temporary detour and not a dead-end street. Let's be humble about our success and pick each other up when we fail. At the beginning of our time together today, many of you who have been extraordinarily successful in so many ways raised your hands and you remembered times of struggle along your journey to get here today. Clearly, I think we've proven this is normal, it's natural, and it's perfectly human. Failure is about how we recover from it and how we continue to move forward and take the next step and learn and reflect. Keep your chin up. Everybody put your chin up. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You all look gorgeous, by the way. Take a step forward every day and remember that limitations only live in our minds. Stay open to all the possibilities of this majestic world. Commit yourself to these important values of responsibility, respect, loyalty, and integrity. I almost can't think of a more incredibly strong and appropriate and positive foundation to be standing on in the Claire's Court community. And finally, and most importantly, congratulations. Your efforts to achieve these tremendous awards today are commendable, and we are incredibly proud of you. We're not only incredibly proud of the awards that you're winning today, we're incredibly proud of the journey that you took to get here. We're incredibly proud of every precious moment that you had along your way. Congratulations and thank you.